Welcome back to Elevation Perspective. My name is Mark. Coming at you today with some MLB news. We had our first real trade so far of the MLB offseason between the Reds and the Royals today. The Royals agreed to send Brady to Cincinnati in return for Jonathan India and Joey Wiemer. We're going to break it down. To me, on the surface here, this is a really good baseball trade. It's two teams trading assets away for clear needs they have. We're going to start off first here with Brady. I think he's probably the bigger of these two names. In my opinion, he's a very solid pitcher. I think he's more of a 3 or a 4 starter, but he eats innings, had 179 innings pitched last year, which is really, really tremendous in today's baseball. When you're just on the cusp of 180 innings, that's really, really solid. Had a 3.7 ERA. He's an interesting situation because in 2022, he had a great year. It looked like he was kind of emerging as the ace of the Royals, then had a really bad 2023, but he bounced back tremendously in 2024. So I think we're still trying to figure out what Brady Singer is. Does he still have a ceiling? Is this more like kind of plateaued what he is? Has a really great ground ball rate, which should play up pretty well in Cincinnati, of course. It's a really, really friendly hitter's park, which I am concerned about for Brady Singer, but if you can keep the ball on the ground, that'll definitely limit a lot of the damage. I don't want to harp too much on splits, but I think it's a very important detail to mention in this discussion. These are two completely different park factors in Cincinnati's Great American Ballpark and Kansas City's Kauffman Stadium. Brady Singer had a 3.30 ERA at home and a 4.16 ERA on the road. Now, I think if you ask the Reds, they would sign up for a 4.16 ERA right now from Brady Singer if that meant 180, 170 innings, but of course that's not how this works. I am expecting Brady Singer's ERA to rise in this move going to Cincinnati, but I don't think it's going to be drastic. I think he's going to go from like a 3.7 to maybe a 3.9 or a 4 flat. He's still a very solid pitcher, and like I said, I love that ground ball rate. I think if he keeps the ball on the ground to mitigate the damage, that could be absolutely huge for him. I think Brady Singer brings a real stability to the Reds rotation that they have not had in quite a long time. Look at that rotation right now. They have high upside arms with Hunter Green, Nick Lodolo. Those are two pitchers that have had a lot of different injuries in their very short amount of time in the league. So you bring in a guy like Brady Singer to stabilize that rotation, along with Nick Martinez, who they did, of course, extend the qualifying offer to, and he did wind up accepting it, which kind of shocked the baseball world that one, he was offered it, and two, that he accepted it. But anyway, I feel like if you bring in a Brady Singer there and he can pitch to a 4 ERA and throw 160, 170 innings, that could be a really nice, impactful move for the Reds in this division. Now it is time to talk about Jonathan India. Pretty solid second baseman. I feel like you can pencil him in for 250, 15 home runs. He's got some speed, but his real calling here is on base percentage. Last year, he had a 357 on base percentage for his career. It's a 352 clip, which is really, really solid. And I see the vision here for the Royals, putting a high on-base percentage option like Jonathan India in that number 1 leadoff spot in front of Bobby Witt Jr., causing havoc on the base pass, scoring runs, just getting on base. Last year, the Royals were a surprise playoff team, but that second base position and that leadoff spot were two massive holes. So they're kind of filling two big needs in one move here with India. Of course, last year, Michael Massey and Nick Lofton were the primary second basemen. Did not really work out too well for the Royals offense, but now you bring in a guy like India, who is pretty much league average in terms of OPS+, but like I said, that high on-base percentage, he can get on base in front of Bobby Witt Jr., Sal Perez, Vinny Pasquantino. It should create more offensive opportunities for this lineup. Now, we also have to bring up India's splits here, where he does a lot better at home as well. At home, India hit 273 with 11 home runs, while on the road, he hit 225 with 4 home runs. I am a little bit less worried about India than I am about Brady Singer in terms of the ballpark being a factor, just because India's not really a power hitter. I think he's more of a doubles hitter, where maybe he loses like 5 home runs or so, only hits 10 or 12 next year instead of 15 or 17, but that shouldn't impact the way he plays the game too poorly. I think if India keeps taking his walks, keep finding ways to get on base at the top of the lineup there, he should still be a very impactful player for this Kansas City Royals team. I could also definitely see India sacrificing some of that home run power for more like gaps and doubles power. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he had 30 to 40 doubles in that ballpark next year. And Joey Wiemer looks more like a throw-in in this trade. He has some tools here, some power, some speed, but he really profiles more as a 4th outfielder in my opinion. Now, who won this trade? I'm looking at up and down here. Both players have 2 years left of team control. They have similar salaries here. Who's going to win this trade in the end? I think the winner of this trade is going to be the Cincinnati Reds. I think Brady Singer provides more of an impact to the Reds this year than Jonathan India does for the Kansas City Royals. It's going to be close, though. Like I said, I think it's a really good baseball trade. I'm going to give a B+ to the Reds and a B to the Kansas City Royals. With that being said, hopefully everyone enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.